Let's do this. Let's try to beat Metal Gear Solid 3. I was late tonight because of several reasons. One was SB was laying down on my lap. Didn't want to disturb her. Second, I had to take a shower. Third, I had to leave to get stuff at the store. And then on the way home, I saw a cat roaming around the streets, and I wanted to try and see if I could help them in some way, like maybe see if they are nearby and maybe bring them back to their caretakers. I couldn't find them though after that first glance, so it might have honestly been a raccoon. I'm not sure. It's pretty dark, so I don't know. It was probably a raccoon, but I thought it was a kitty, and I wanted to help him, so yeah. I did that, and then now here we are. Ready to try this game again. For various reasons, I deleted the last stream. So that means a lot of footage was lost. But you know how I've saved like 500 times? Well, there is a save that just so happens to be right before the Fury boss fight. Now, I was going to do this before the stream, so it would be easier to edit later on, but it's okay. We'll just try this out again. I don't know if I'll try and get the frog again. I'll probably not even worry about the frog in this boss fight, but we're going to try this out. I do apologize that we're going to be going through like a bunch of stuff that we've already seen. I'm not going to skip the cutscenes. It's going to be the same exact experience, just hopefully we'll actually beat the game this time. Shocking Pikachu, hello! Yes, Big Boss. Naked Snake is the best snake. He is. He's also not Big Boss yet. That's a spoiler, dude. Come on. That's a spoiler for like 87? When the first Metal Gear came out. Yeah. So we're gonna be redoing the Fury boss fight. I'm not thrilled with that. So it's kind of ironic because, you know, the Snake Eater song is something about like, what a thrill. What a thrill. The body's a baboo ba da boo. That's the lyrics, I think. So here we go. We're gonna go down here because we're too lazy to wait. Because we've done this already. What I was talking about with the frog is there might be a frog in here too that we didn't get last time. Those are some nice eyes. Oh my gosh, dude. Big Boss. I mean, Naked Snake. Shoot, I did it too. Yeah, I guess it's just, he's synonymous with Big Boss. You can't really correct it because it's like, it's ingrained. So I apologize for that. Also, this is what the 60s... Oh, this is what? The 60s, and they have some really advanced stuff. As far as technology in this game, I don't think the technology in Metal Gear Solid games is generally terribly advanced compared to where we are. Like, there are advances. Like, there's advanced weaponry, technology, stuff like that in these games that's not really out there right now. But I think if you read up on what, like, the CIA, DARPA, all those people are working on, this stuff is not out of the ordinary for the time period. For the most part. Just call him Jack. That is his name after all. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So we need that ointment because we're going to get burned for sure. I'm going to try to do this boss fight. I don't know. We'll see. This whole plan to do everything over again, it might backfire, no pun intended. Oh, Pikachu, that was an Easter egg for people that like MGS2. I'll explain in a second. Also, welcome, Aaron.
I am the Fury. The flames of my rage will incinerate you. I came back from space. As I returned, I had one vision. The world set ablaze. And do you know what I saw there? Fury. A great and terrible fury at being alive. Now, you're going to feel the scorching heat of that horrible blackness.
It's a tiny little snack. Oh heck. I got an ad that blocks viewing from me. I must fix this catastrophe. I'm not rhyming on purpose, I swear. Still, if you could, just shed me a tear. There you go. I really hate that Konami gave him Raiden's head at the start. I still hated it. Yeah, so, oh, I guess you already know then, if your friend got you to do it. At the very beginning of the game, you're asked, like, to pick, like, I like MGS1, I like MGS2, I like MGS3. I've never played a Metal Gear game, and I think in the 3DS version, there's I like Metal Gear 4, Metal Gear Solid 4. And if you pick I like MGS2, it gives you the Raiden head at the start. I'm sorry, it sounds like you don't like Raiden so much, and that's too bad, because I don't actually find too much to dislike about him. I really identify with him quite a bit, and I'm not talking about his BA ninja mode in Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm talking his like total feminine espionage in training guy. I highly identify with that. Doesn't the guy quote David Bowie? Or doesn't this guy quote David Bowie? Probably. I don't know. Probably. Hideo Kojima has a lot of references to David Bowie. Like Diamond Dogs, I believe, is a reference to David Bowie. Raiden himself looks a little like David Bowie. At the beginning of the game, you meet a guy, your commander.
Table, die! Quit fooling around.
The guy at the beginning of the game, he's called Major Tom.
You coward!
Which is a reference to Ground Control to Major Tom, or whatever, that David Bowie song.
Give in to your anger.
Where are you? I think that's him right there. Is that him?
Dark enough for you.
No. I would like it to be darker. That's why I prefer DC movies to Marvel. Oh, jeez. I didn't mind Raiden in MGS2. I just don't like how they suddenly killed off Snake. But you played MGS2 to completion, right?
I shoot.
Because he didn't like they didn't actually like kill off Snake. Space Oddity? I have no idea. Probably. I don't know. I just know that David Bowie is a big influence on Hideo Kojima.
Let your anger burn, baby.
I don't know the specifics of it though. I'm sorry. It's something that you probably should look into, like on a wiki page, because there are so many references. Like I couldn't possibly name them all, but it's still interesting to read about. Is he up there now? Where is he? Where is he? Are you? Because I don't see you. Where are you? Oh. Gotcha. Oh my gosh, that's right. I'm sorry, the text on my chat is really small right now, so it's taking a little longer for me to read this stuff. Because I have to like really try to... Oh wow, so this easy gun actually locks onto the enemies, by the way. That's a very handy tip. Oh gosh. Some ads block viewing for me. Text saying this ad supports Twitch. A 10-second timer and a black screen is all I get. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, you meet him. Oh, sorry. To keep... I have to keep resetting player until it goes away or an ad that actually plays comes up. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. You meet him pretty darn early in the game. If you didn't realize, Pliskin, voiced by David Hayter, with Otacon as a sidekick with Snake, then you have zero attention span. Just making sure. I really don't like that when I did that just now it clipped the mic. That was weird. But I really like this game. I love it, actually.
I can see it.
Like these bosses...
Do you read me?
Oh, this might be where the quote comes in. Maybe, I don't know. The fury.
I see the earth.
It's just incredible what they've done with this game. Like, I know I've talked about this so much, but the cinematography, the graphics even, like, for the time, just amazing. Everything about this game is amazing. Something Hideo Kojima does that David Cage doesn't is make actual video games. Now, I love David Cage games, but it can't be denied. It can't be denied that between the two, Hideo Kojima much prefers actual video games. It could also be argued that without Metal Gear Solid, I don't know if David Cage would even have a career. I was thinking about that a little while back. I feel like Hideo Kojima really ushered in the idea of a cinematic gaming experience. David Cage took that a little too far in some places, but For a 2005 game, MGS3 has so much detail, it's insane. Yes, it does. I'd say 3 is up there as one of the best. Yeah, this is a good, really good game. I feel like it might be my favorite gameplay-wise of the whole series. Story, I'm not sure, because the culmination of everything in Metal Gear Solid 4 is so good. Also, wait, let me step back a little. From a game design standpoint, I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite. Gameplay, Metal Gear Solid 5 is the best, I think. Story, Metal Gear Solid 5 is the worst. Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, I feel like those are neck and neck for best story. Metal Gear Solid 4 is my favorite movie. Oh man, that's a good joke. Did you perhaps think of that joke while riding on your dinosaur? Did a man with 2 tablets come to you and say, "Hey, read these"? I'm sorry. Quantic Dream, I see. Yeah. Their website says I can pre-order Heavy Rain. Yeah. They're probably, it's probably not a mistake because they're actually bringing out their games to the Epic Game Store. So that might not be a mistake. Oh, jeez. It has a 40-minute cutscene, so it may as well be a movie. I'm surprised you didn't bring into evidence the fact that it broke the Guinness World Record for longest uninterrupted sequence of cutscenes, which was 71 minutes. But I mean, you know, all is fair. It's Metal Gear Solid. Each game gets progressively more cutscene-y. Personally, from what I've seen of Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1, I haven't beaten it myself. But what I've seen makes me believe that while Twin Snakes is not exactly a great game to play as your first Metal Gear Solid 1 game, like in terms of the director's vision, I think it is more in line with the ridiculousness that is the later games, personally. I know a lot of people don't like that game, but I don't mind it at all. I loved it, but it was also my first, so whatever. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, here we go. Kind of forget where to go, actually. That's okay. Well, this is the weapons lab. Need to go to the east one, I think, right? Something like that. Oh, that scared me. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here, actually. Never played MGS games. They're all so very silly that I don't know if I could take it. I like watching them, though. Thank you for that feedback, actually. I don't know if you were talking about specifically watching them on my channel, but I have heard a lot of good feedback about the Metal Gear Solid games. Like, I think that they're going horribly, but you are the second person to tell me that you like watching them, so that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, the cutscenes are a bit much sometimes, but I think if you're a big fan of the series, it kind of just goes hand in hand. Like you're fine with it eventually. Any channel really? I haven't seen that many times yet. That many times yet. I'm sorry. But in all seriousness, Kojima made this game series, and it's a shame they took away his creative control gradually after 3. I thought the creative control was maintained as far as Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, Metal Gear Solid 5 was when they really started to clamp on him. Is that not the case? I thought it was. I'm sorry. Page 2? I don't know if I should re-say... Yeah, whatever. We'll do it. It is too bad that the Solid franchise ended on 5, seemingly, because that game just...
Hey, Snake, have you seen 20...
That did not give... That wasn't a great exit point for the series. I mean, Konami might make another Metal Gear Solid, but I doubt it. Like, I hope they make something Metal Gear related. Uh-oh. What the? Uh-oh. 5, he had so much taken from him. Yeah, but so what I was trying to say is, like, Metal Gear Solid 4, he still had a lot of control, right? They took his name off the box for 5, so he put his name into every mission to tell people who made it. The name being taken off the box thing happened so late into the development, I doubt that him putting his name into all those cutscenes was a direct... I doubt that was a direct response to that. I think that it was just a... It was a side effect of the fact that all the game's missions were like little mini TV episodes, and they wanted to keep it that way. Like, every single one is its own self-contained story, sort of. Which, personally, I feel like that really jeopardized the overall narrative experience. It felt so disjointed. That's not Raiden. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, but it's funny to think about. Yeah. The idea that they took his name off the box to try and hide the fact that he made the game, but then his name is still plastered everywhere else. That is pretty funny. I don't like that Venom Snake is a mainly silent protagonist. Is he? I thought he talked a lot in that game. Maybe I'm thinking of Ground Zeroes, though. That's possible. I don't know where Raiden is, which makes me sad. Oh, crap. Okay, well. Thankfully, we saved. That's a slumber party and a half. Yeah, it's the best kind. Venom Snake is a different voice actor. Well, yeah, I know. It's David Hayter, right? He voiced Big Boss in Ground Zeroes, and then he voiced Venom Snake in Phantom Pain. Like, I know Kiefer Sutherland did. I'm saying that the voice is... I was pretty sure he spoke more than a silent protagonist would. Although the reasoning for him being a silent protagonist would make sense because of the end of the game, which I won't spoil for people. We're never going to play that game on here, though, because it's just too much. Way too much. If you haven't played 5, you don't know the ending. Okay. Yeah, but I have played 5 and I beat it. So, I'm not sure what the point of saying that was. DD is the goodest partner in that game. Yeah, he's all right. I like him. He's okay. Any doggo in a game I want to pet. Yeah, shoot, I think I actually have to bring him downstairs. I don't think this is going to open for us, is it? Oh, there it is. I liked Quiet a lot. I loved Quiet. But I couldn't tell you why. I just really liked her. I do think the outcry over her sexualization was both well-founded and overblown at the same time, if that makes any sense. But it's alright. I do think them splashing around in the rain was a little weird. That reminded me of the scene in It where they're all like bonding over all this blood on the walls that they're cleaning off that apparently the adults can't see. And it's just this like cheesy looking 80s music video. That's kind of what it felt like. It was so cheesy and not at all appropriate for the story. I think it was supposed to be a moment of levity, like a calm before the storm, because that's the moment, I think, right before stuff starts really happening. Like, I think that's very close to that mission where you have to kill all the infected, which is a horrifying mission. I don't know. That's a weird mission or weird cutscene, but it's it's all right. I've only recognized a voice in a game twice in my life. Give me a second, officer. Like, hey, this character has to be that other character from that other thing. Without knowing the real life person's name or anything. It's amazing how many games there are and how few voice actors you hear. There are so few actors. Like, it's usually Troy Baker, Nolan North, Steve Bloom. I don't think John DiMaggio's done anything big in a while. But yeah, I don't know. It's the whole the replacement of David Hayter thing, that was a shock to a lot of people. And I don't think I preferred him. Like, it was about, I don't know what it was about. They claimed it was for it was just better or something. I don't know, like better range, better emotion. But like, have they played Metal Gear Solid 4? Do they know that David Hayter is perfectly capable of great emotional range? I didn't believe that at all. I think it's completely because it was a big name to put on the box or something, even though they didn't put his name on the box, but whatever. I don't know. I thought that was really strange. Even due to the idea that he was in Ground Zeroes. He was Big Boss in Ground Zeroes.
You can count on me.
It doesn't make sense.
Philosopher's legacy?
I don't know anything about that. What are you?
Oh, here comes the
Are you
killer
trying
lipstick.
to kill me?
What's the matter?
I know nothing, I swear it. No one but the Colonel knows of the legacy.
I see.
No, don't! Oh.
Lipstick mechanisms are pretty ingenious, honestly. Or any twist mechanism like that. For some reason, I really, really like it. It's cool. It's exciting to play with. For some reason, I'm gonna stop talking.
Who's there? You're the man from the CIA. What are you doing here?
I told you before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid you're too late.
Too late. Don't tell me. The Shagohods.
Exactly. The final preparations for Phase 2 are complete.
Sokolov, what exactly is Phase 2?
To put it in technical terms, it's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles. The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank that could launch nuclear missiles from any type of terrain. There was just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve. The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland. That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could load an ICBM onto the Shagohod. So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Accelerating it?
In Phase 2, a rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod. The unit incorporates the same technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster, the Shagohod can achieve a land speed of over 300 miles per hour.
That monster can go more than 300 miles per hour?
Yes. And from this state of accelerated motion, it launches a nuclear missile.
So, the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely. The range of the missile launched by the Shagohod thus increases from 2,500 miles to 6,000 miles.
6,000 miles? That's enough to strike anywhere in the United States.
Not only that, with the Shagohod, there's no need to construct giant silos like the ones used to house ICBMs. All you need is a runway about 3 miles in length, or its equivalent. And you can launch a thermonuclear strike against any location in the United States from anywhere in the Soviet Union. It cannot be detected by spy planes or satellites. It's a mobile fortress, capable of deploying in secret and launching its payload at any time.
A weapon from hell.
A completed prototype now sits in the hangar. At present, it is the only one of its kind. But Volkin is planning to mass produce them based on that prototype.
And deploy them all over the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that's not the end of it. He's going to ship them to Eastern Europe, to Asia, to all the countries of the Eastern Bloc. Even worse, he intends to use the Shagohod as bait to foment armed uprisings among dictators, ethnic insurgents, and revolutionary groups throughout the Third World. His funds are nearly limitless. He could start mass production tomorrow if he wanted. The reason that tensions between East and West have settled into a Cold War is because each side fears the other's power. Deterrence. The idea of using threats to keep one's enemy in check is the perfect word to sum up this state of affairs. But The Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat. It will render the concept of deterrence utterly meaningless. If such a weapon is unleashed on the world, it will not be long before all nations are engulfed in conflict. The Cold War will end, and the entire planet will be consumed by the fires of war. Vulcan and the Shagohod will be at the center of it all. So you see, it's already too late.
No, it's not too late.
What do you mean?
We've still got a chance. All we have to do is destroy the prototype and the whole facility before they can mass produce it.
But
Just tell me what I need to do to destroy this place.
all right. The liquid fuel used in the rocket engine is stored in a tank. If you can blow it up somehow... Some C3 ought to be enough to blow the entire hangar to smithereens.
C3? You mean that cutting-edge plastic explosive?
It could be molded into any shape. The bomb of the future.
Where can I get it?
There was some in the armory here, but it's gone now. It was stolen by a female spy who was here a minute ago.
Eva?
No, that's not her name. Her name is Tatiana. She made her way in here by becoming Vulcan's lover.
I thought she was your lover.
Mine? Oh no, she is Vulcan's lover. This is my lover.
Who are they?
My wife and daughter. They're in America.
Now I remember. Your family is in the custody of the CIA. How long has Tatiana been here?
Only a few weeks.
A few days before the Virtuous mission, then.
She said that Khrushchev sent her.
What did you just give her?
All of the experimental data for the Shagohod. Please, it is essential that you destroy the Shagohod.
I will, but first I've got to get you to safety.
No. I'm not going.
My mission is to rescue you.
Leave me.
Sokolov!
Khrushchev has abandoned me. I cannot return to my country. I would most certainly be sent to the gulags.
What about the US?
Yes, I once thought of that. My family's waiting for me there. But even if I fled to the United States, I would once again find myself creating weapons of mass murder. In the end, it doesn't matter where I go. I am still a weapons scientist. To be honest with you, I'm tired. Every day I help create things that should never be used. Things that should never have existed in the first place. Every day, without sleep. Without a word of praise from others. And my creations do not even benefit mankind. They are merely the tools of politicians. All I wanted to do was build space rockets. But it was not to be. The space race between America and Russia became the prey of politicians. The space race and the arms race are one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference? Scientists are always being used. Please, watch over my family.
Major,
What are you doing here? I've been waiting for you in my room. Who are you? Don't play dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the Major better than anyone else. I come here looking for Tatiana, and what should I find? But a greasy freebooter.
What is this fairy disguise? It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are. Stay out of this!
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close quarters combat. He and I developed it together.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
Are you going to kill him?
Of course. But first, I will make him pay for hurting Ivan.
This next part's gonna like really hurt to watch, so yeah, just you know, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just it's just, you know, just, yeah, you know, it's okay. I'm still here. In fact, I'll talk you through it, okay, guys? Silly Steam events made me install and play so many games to get a smiley or two and a badge, but I can't go on without a badge. Good.
Tell me,
Stop it!
who have you been talking to?
Doesn't know what
Speaking of Steam, I sent you a friend request, I think. I think it's you. It might be another person
Please, stop
with a name similar to yours.
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
I heard about the Steam cleaning event, though.
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do it.
You!
That sounds fun. I remember the Steam cleaning event last year. I had a lot of fun with it for like a day. Then I forgot about it. Very easy. Yeah? You got a freaking problem with that, dude? Some of them look great. The torture scene, oh gosh, yeah. It's pretty bad.
Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? You've certainly seen your share of battles. Consider yourself lucky. I am about to show you what hell is really like. Well then, let's get started. What is your target?
I
Is it the
usually
Shagohod?
don't look up names or actors, designers, or anything behind video game characters.
Maybe it's the legacy.
I just take them as they are. Making up videos have never been my
Answer
thing
me.
either.
Who is helping you? Who let you in here?
I can understand that.
You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits.
For me, there's a balance. Like,
I am a
I want to know
patient
how
man.
things are made. I want to see who is a part of it, but at the same time, it does kind of take away from the magic sometimes. You know?
Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like this. Now answer me. How much does the CIA know? They're after my legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's Legacy, isn't it? Yes, yes. Let yourself go. That's what I want to see.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
Admit it! We're after the location of the legacy! The secret fund established by the three great powers during the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion, divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right? No matter.
Philosopher's legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never live, Ronix. What's this? A transmitter? Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered. It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Cut out his eyes. I don't like those blue eyes of his. There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes. You made him a soldier, and now you will unmake him. Yes, it'll make for a touching display. He's all yours. Do it! Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras.
Stop!
What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him? That smell. Tatiana! You're the spy!
What are you talking about?
I know that smell.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy to her, eh, Ocelot?
No. I have no interest in this woman. I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
There, satisfied now?
Well, that was refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh? Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression. You got lucky this time, Tatiana.
Run!
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there.
You're...
Quiet! Go through the manhole down into the sewers. The door at the north end of the sewers is unlocked. You can use it to get outside the fortress. I've got your equipment. We'll meet up later.
Eva...
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself. I'll be in touch.
Oh shoot, I might have accidentally skipped it. I hope not.
Time to eat!
Okay, let's save.